Going to put me over the 1,000 career mark. I think it's really special. One of my old teammates, my freshman roommate, Tori, was on the other team. So I was playing against her, and then all my alumni, so my seniors were here. So it just felt like a full circle. So that was a lot of fun to get that mark while everybody was here.
What was your mentality like coming into the game, like with rebounds?
Mm-hmm.
Like you've been like kind of getting so much rebounds lately. What was the mentality?
Definitely this game to box out because more than others, their posts were pretty tall. So I knew that I wasn't just going to out-jump them. So I had to kind of box them out a little bit and then go for the rebound. But that was my mentality today, to play big.
Kamari, 16 points today, your career high, I believe, after a great game against Duquesne with 11. What's really been the difference for you late in the season to put up these great numbers and great play with the rest of the team?
Honestly, getting work in off outside of practice, and honestly, my teammates trusting in me, my coaches trusting in me to come in this late in the season and be able to get on the court and be able to produce. I just feel like they give me a lot of confidence to go out there and do what I do, but it's also from the work off the court and in practice.
Are there like any coaches that both of you like work with, like primarily off the court, a lot that you would credit, to building your games?
Coach Jax is the bigs coach, so me, Kai, and Marin always hanging out at practice when we do postcard breakdown. So Coach Jax.
I would say Coach Albert Lipscomb. He gets me a lot of shooting work. We do it like 2 to 3 times a week, pregame, all that stuff, so I can be able to knock down shots.
Yeah, just what do you feel like, coming in as a freshman this year, and then, now, getting a lot of playing time and playing really well? What do you think has been the biggest change in your game that you've adjusted to?
Definitely working hard, coming and facing adversity, like having to earn my minutes, able to do that in practice and outside of practice, and then being able to come in and produce and just being able to contribute for my team late in the season, even though I didn't get a head start on it, but just being there to score and things like that.
You guys were going into a press very early and then late in the game as well. What did you guys think about that? Maiwa, I know you had a couple steals off that press. So how did you guys feel about that and how that impacted how you were defending the
Yes. It always feels good when the press works and when we execute the press. We've been working on it more and more. I think it changes the pace of the game. It throws something else at the other team for them to deal with before coming into their offense. So I'm glad that it worked for us and that we implemented it at different points of the game.
Anything else to know? Thank you both.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Good job, ladies.
Thank you, guys.
Sure. Yeah, just really proud of this group. It was definitely a toe-to-toe kind of a game, down to the wire. Us learning how to win still, I think, is important. And I think as you can see, everyone's going to give your best game as you come down to the stretch in February. And so I think that's where UMass is in their season as well. So I'm proud that we were able to persevere for the win.
Yeah, it seems like you've been trusting your younger players a lot more. Sarah Lewis got a lot of time today. I thought she had a really good game. Can you just talk about what you've seen from your younger players and how they've been able to work their way into the regular rotation and what they bring to the team?
Yeah, I think that's really important. We've been challenging our team, especially ones that don't get in as much, to continue just to stay the course and like pound the stone that we talk about and get in the extra work, whether that's film, extra shooting. Kamari has been coming on strong as of late. She's a really she's so versatile. She does so many things well, and she plays with some composure out there, whether that's coming off of a ball screen or knocking down a shot. She sees the floor well. She got Maiwa really nice layup today. And so, she does a lot of things well. It's just her maturity and growing up throughout the course of her first year has been important. And then, with Sarah, we were in some foul trouble today, and she was really able to come in. She's a really good defender. She takes a charge every single game that she's played in, I believe. And so just, again, doing the things that she does really well, I was proud that she stayed committed to doing those things today.
You put like Madison in the beginning of the fourth quarter. What was the reason to put her in?
Yeah, I mean, Maddie is a spark for us, off the bench. I think she did the same thing, at Duquesne. She comes in, and as we kind of see what we need throughout the course of the game, we needed to put the ball in the basket a little bit more, and she's able to do that in a couple of the actions that we were looking at offensively. And so, she's a veteran. She's played in a lot of games, and she was able to score late in the fourth.
Yeah. Looking kind of at the last like 5 minute or around to the 5 minute mark of the fourth quarter, Locke and Robertson and even Sims was out for a little bit. She eventually came in. But can you kind of talk about your lineup kind of focus right there, and why you kind of kept those guys out and kept in who you did, with Lewis and I believe Engel or Blethyn was in also.
Yeah. So definitely, I just thought we had gotten into a rhythm there, and so for Locke, she got into some foul trouble early and got some fouls early in the second half as well. So it just didn't feel like that was the time, to put her in the game. And we were kind of doing some actions, for Kamari. Like I said, Maddie, we got in there earlier in the fourth. So we just kind of stayed with what was working. And I think Max was in foul trouble as well. That kind of allowed Faith to get in. So some of the substitutions today were based on foul trouble, and people came in and were able to earn some more minutes because of it.
Yeah, and then Taiwo, of course, 1,000 career rebounds, huge achievement, career high today. Can you just talk about what she means to the team and as a leader?
Yeah, I mean, she's a tremendous leader. She's a quiet leader. She lets her actions, speak for herself, as you all see, just relentlessly on the glass, chasing down those rebounds, giving us extra possessions, whatever it is. She's able to do that. And so, yeah, to have 1,000 rebounds and 20 in this game as a career high, she knows it's coming down to the wire here. And so, you're playing like that as a senior with these last games, and it's exciting to see.
Going in UMass, 6'5", Odenabu, 6'3", Talele, much bigger players, especially in that post there. A bit of a tough matchup, I think, for Taiwo just because of their height. What was kind of your thoughts going into that post matchup and with those two bigger players?
Yeah, I mean, we had started Taylor Webster, because we thought that could help us out just size-wise, her and Maiwa. Obviously, we know we don't have the height, but for them defensively playing well together. I mean, Maiwa goes up against, tall players all the time, so just, great ball pressure, trying to not let them throw those easy passes. We didn't do as good of a job digging on the dribbles as we needed to, just really didn't want them to get into a rhythm on the catch. I think we could have done a better job with that. And so, yeah, you can't give them deep position, and if they catch it, we wanted to dig on those dribbles.
Yeah, and then just about Essence, she's out today. I was just wondering if you had an update on when she might be able to.
Yeah, she's ill, so hopefully, we can get her healthy. All right, thanks
Thanks so
everybody.
much, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.